If you're looking to buy a home soon, the number one thing you need to look at first is determining your budget. As a very experienced lender, I've seen too many times where people are shopping and they're getting excited and looking at houses, and they finally get under contract and they didn't talk to their loan officer about their budget. So they look at their budget and they're like, oh, this payment hurts. I thought I was going to pay $300 to $400 cheaper. I wish it would be this payment. And then the loan officer has to go back and say, here's what the home you actually A, afford, or B, feel comfortable with, and it's a house that you're not excited about. So we want to talk about today how we can avoid that and you can stay in front of this so when you do find your dream house, you feel good about it. Number one is how to calculate or assess your income. So if you're W-2, this is going to be easy. I'm going to need your 2 most recent pay stubs and probably a year-end pay stub just in case you have commission or overtime. And that right there is going to help me calculate your income really, really easy and thorough. And on top of it, I'm going to reach out to your employer and get what's called a written verification of employment. Now, this written verification of employment is where they take your pay stubs, they confirm it, and everything is dynamite at that piece. So I can help you get pre-approved. Now, if you're self-employed, it's a little more difficult. I got to get bank statements. I got to get tax returns. I got to see and assess, are you approved for bank statement loan or are you approved for, regular conventional? So that's a little more in depth there, but I will make sure I get my ducks in a row to figure out if you can afford this home. The second one is debt to income. So you have a ratio, right? You have the money you make and you have your debts. This is going to be your car loans. This is going to be credit cards. This is going to be if you have any personal loans, maybe you have student debt. We're going to calculate that income and make sure that with your income and your debts, that everything is kind of aligned, right? So we may want to evaluate and take a look at that and say, hey, you may want to pay off this car, or you may want to get this raise at the end of the month. We got to talk about this first so that you can feel good about qualifying for it, but also understanding that, can I fit this budget? Last point I want to make on this is that you need to determine your budget that's not just the mortgage. So we're going to make sure we have principal and interest, but we got to look at taxes. We got to look at insurance. We got to look at, you potentially might have a homeowner association, which is an HOA. So we want to make sure we can wrap all those 3 things. And first, we're going to make sure that you're dynamite and you're approved for that. But second, we want to talk about, can you feel good about that payment? So we want to make sure we have those conversations first so that when you go out and look at those dream homes, you already have your ducks in a row about the payment and can feel confident about putting in that offer. If you have a house that you're interested in and you really want to look at it, reach out. I can help you and go over that together as far as not only your budget, what you're approved for, and see what you're comfortable with as well. Those things can help you determine that you can get this dream home or not.